Just wanted to give you a brief rundown on a procedure for getting a pick and place order assembled with jlPCB. What we have here is an already done schematic. Got a prior video on how to do these layouts, and I've carefully selected parts that are in the jlPCB library. The basic bottom line is if you want jlPCB to do the assembly, you want to make sure the parts are in stock and that they're at the right price. You'll save your schematic, and then you're going to want to update your PCB, and you can do that with this little icon in here. And it's going to ask if there's any changes, and there are. I had to replace the audio jacks in order to be able to get things to run properly. This goes a little bit off the screen, so I've got to drag around and hit apply changes. And then what we got was a screen in here that shows the default parameters. And what you can do is you can change your track width and your clearance for specific rules. So for example, you could add a rule in here for ground. So let's add one for ground, G and D, and maybe you want the track width for G and D to be, well, perhaps make it a little bit bigger, 0.4 millimeters, and then your clearance can be 0.2, and via diameters can be the same, 0.61, and drills can be 305. So we'll make a slightly larger track out of it, and we'll hit apply, and we'll hit close. And now we've got our new audio connectors here. This is going to be we'll hit the space bar to turn things around. There we go. We'll go in here. Here's audio 2. And this is going to be our audio output. And what we'll do is we'll bring the audio output to right about here. And we'll bring the audio in right about to here. And then I think what we'll do is actually sort of thinking about this. Why don't we take the audio in and put it on the left, and then what we'll do is we'll take the text field that describes the audio in and put it over there. We're going from 0 to 5 volts and going straight into one of the audio inputs. Then we'll get an audio out, and I think we'll get a little text field in there to kind of show that this is an output going from 0 to 5 volts DC. And that is something we can do routing for. Let's do the route. I've got my internal router running, so I'll hit run. And that shouldn't take too terribly long. And there it goes. Nothing failed. 8 vias. Hit OK. So that's looking pretty good. That's all right with me. If you want, you can do a copper fill. You can do it on the top layer. Here's a copper area. And what we'll do is we'll describe the copper area on the top for ground. Click OK. And we'll do that on the top. So let's just drag and drop the entire copper area. That's not so good. Doesn't look like we did that copper area too well. We'll try it once more. and that fills the copper area. And now we can do the bottom layer, and we can do a bottom layer with well, with a different copper area if we like, but I think we'll just leave things as they are. Let's see, what else do we need? Let's take a look at the silk screen. Yep, everything's in there. Looks like it's all set. And what we'll do is we'll do a save. And then I think maybe what we'll do under fabrication is we'll export our BOM. That's the billet materials. And then what we'll do is we'll export our pick and place file, which will be under fabrication, pick and place, and do an export, and hit save. Then what we'll do is we'll go to fabrication and PCB fabrication Gerber file. We'll do the DRC check. Everything looks fine. Board looks good. In fact, if we've got any doubts, what we can do is we can look at the 3D view of the board, and gee, ain't that pretty. Look at that. That's the board. Looks all right to me. So then what we'll do is close that off, and we'll do a view on the top if we like, or we'll just go and we'll do the fabrication and do that from the PCB, and we'll do PCB fabrication file. Yes, DRC check, looks good. Order PCB SMT at jlcpcb. That opens up. You can see the Gerber file, and you can get a preview. And then, assuming you like all the defaults in here, we'll use the SMT assembly, and we'll get the free SMT assembly for your PCB order. And we're not going to get a stencil because they're going to build it for us. And let's see if we can't get the BOM out of what we just generated, and we'll get the assembly file out of what we just generated, and then we'll hit next. And it looks like we get our parts, and apparently you have to buy 100 resistors, but well, they're 5 cents each, so $5. And we're not going to buy any Arduino Unos from them because we have our own. We'll hit next. And let's see what we got here. Got a preview of the board. Looking good. There's something going on here with these jacks. These jacks don't look oriented right to me. Not sure why that should be. It says it will fix component orientation in 4 to 6 hours after you place the order. Say okay with that. Audio jacks are 81 cents times 10, so it's $8. 5 cents each for 100 of the resistors. And let's see what we got here. He's got the resistors in stock. He's got the audio jacks in stock. Let's see. Total price $19 for 10 boards, including the components and the setup and the stencil and the special offer for the PC board fabrication. $20. It's $1.90 a board. Save to cart. And then the rest is just checkout facilities. And I've got some other things already in process. And that's how you do a an SMT request from jlcpcb. And how long will they take? Well, $21 for 10 boards. Can't beat that. Thanks a bunch for your attentions. Talk to you later. Bye.